These two sisters were sacrificed for materialistic gains because of Daniel Hussein, who made a pact with a demon, Luciferage. Well, that's what I said. And then this guy started the whole mess because he's a neo-Nazi and he has a YouTube channel with 85,000 followers. Matthew Lawrence, also known coding, neo-Nazi. And then these two officers right here who took pictures of the sisters when they were laying there dead and posted it and shared it with their friends, calling it a dead bird. How dare you? Let's get to the intro. Hi, witches. And if you're new here, hi, welcome to my channel. Nice to meet you. I'm Moon Witch. On my channel, every Wednesdays, I'm here for you to talk about witch history, including true crimes that includes the witchery. With that being said, don't forget to like this video and also subscribe. Let's get to today's topic. Warning, there's going to be adult languages, strong content, images that may disrupt the viewers. Viewers' discretion is advised. Have you ever wanted to win the lottery? Would you sell your soul? Are you willing to give up your life for damnation? Well, he did. Daniel Hussein, who was 18 years at the time, made a pact with the demon. Not only did he make a pact with darkness, it was said he did this to win over an affection or a romantic relationship for a girl named Queen Blythe, for her to fall madly, romantically deep in love with him. Did it work? I don't know, but we're about to find out. Now, as always, I am not doing this story with the full documentary. It's more of me explaining how the reason why this happened and what it was included of the topics, such as the witchery. Now, in this case, it's about the occult because Satanism things, and I was like, well, he did say book and spells and a black magician, so let me bring it up into the story. Just thought I'd explain that, because I don't want you guys to think it's gonna be a full documentary. I'm just explaining the witchy part, you know? Daniel Hussein, who was 18 years at the time, exactly on the early month of June 2020 during COVID at 1 a.m., police in London raided his home in Blackheath.
Hands on your head, stay where you are. You're under arrest, all right?
And guess what they found? They confiscated everything and they found a laptop full of forums of black magicians, including spells and hexes. He even has books that he created with potions and spells in them. Why am I bringing him up? So, a little backstory of Daniel Hussein. He was the oldest out of all four of his siblings. He grew up in Blackheath. Now, the neighbors said that he was very a loner, and the parents they split up when he was a teenager. The neighbors would always say that there was always fightings, constant yelling. They even had a time where officers and police showed up to the house because of all the violence. The father said that he knew his son was going to go down a wrong path and he didn't want that to happen. But, nature calls. Sometimes nature can be scary and it just happened. He met a guy who's also a known YouTuber for spreading neo Nazi awarenesses or, can I? His name was Matthew Lawrence and he was known as the Black Magician. With all this chair is so squeaky. Do you guys hear this? With all this, they shut down his Facebook, Instagram, and also his posts everywhere on YouTube. He was promoting Satanism. Daniel Hussein met Matthew on one of the forums. Matthew Lawrence, also known as Coding, on his forum, he convinced Daniel Hussein to make a pact with darkness to give him everything he wants. He even showed them and other teens how to do this. A forum. I didn't know what a forum was. And I asked my sister, and she told me it's a Reddit, like a Quora, a Reddit. And I'm like, those are forums? I thought those were just like, web searches. That's not the point. But that's what a forum is. Daniel Hussein got there, found it on forum, and was not fantasy, like hypnotized. On CCTV camera, Daniel Hussein was seen at Asda, a supermarket around the block, buying a hot house knife, including duct tape. It was never said how these deaths were connected. The sisters also went to a different store. In the early days of June 5th, two sisters named Bibbaa Henry and Nicole Smallman. Bibbaa Henry, who celebrated her 46th birthday with her sister, her younger sister, 27-year-old Nicole Smallman, decided to have a little gathering for the older sister's birthday. They asked everybody to come. There was so many people. Everyone was having fun. There was pillows, blankets. They fairy lights. Just you just think of the aesthetic vibe when you're chilling with your friends. This was celebrated at the Frank Country Park in the late evening. Well, what they didn't realize was that it was going to turn into the last night that they ever would remember. Poor thing. Adam Stone, the boyfriend, got a text message from the girlfriend saying she was dancing. He was like, okay. There was about 10 to 15 people there at the gathering, but they all decided to leave. The sisters decided to stay behind. They took this picture. Exactly at 1:13, the picture was taken, and you can see that they were being distracted. They were looking at something. I wonder what it was. Well, guess what? Daniel Hussein murdered them that night. It was said from 1:13 a.m. to 2 o'clock, he committed this crime by grabbing one of the sisters and stabbing her, who was Bibbaa, and stabbed her 8 times. Now, Nicole was no punk. The younger sister, she fought him off. She fought against him. She fought against him so bad that he stabbed her 28 times. But I'm glad that this happened because DNA was left all over that knife. She made somehow, some way, she got him to cut himself. She got him to cut his hand, like right here. And then if you look, and then this part right here, the reason why he has that was because he used it to sign his name in blood to the contract. The sisters were found exactly on June 7th. Now, after committing this crime, Daniel Hussein dragged both of the girls' lifeless bodies into the bushes and left them there intertwined and uncovered, while he grabbed all their belongings, including cell phones, wallets, IDs, and allegedly the knife, which was used. He threw those in the nearby pond. And why would you throw it in a pond? That's evidence. And I'm not saying I would commit it, but I know not to throw nothing around you know, right? It's like off topic. Like if I was gonna throw trash on the floor and I see a custodian, I'm not gonna throw it there because he's there, right? What in the crock pot? After he threw their belongings inside the pond, he checked into a hospital close by, and when the nurse asked him what happened, he said he was robbed at knife point, and that's how he got the cuts on his hand. And I'm just like, dude, you just building a deeper thing for yourself. First of all, you lying. We all know you lying when you could have just, been like, bro, I did what I did. And also to mention, when he was stabbing the sister Bibbaa, the knife broke in half. What I was shocked was the evidence picture that they found the knife in the pond. Well, I don't understand was if the knife was broken in half and it had his blood on it, does that mean there was two knives? Because the crime scene only showed one, but it was said that when he plunged her into her body for Bibbaa, that the knife broke in half. But when the evidence was just one knife, which I didn't understand, and I did research and I couldn't find it. I guess it was just one knife, but how did it break? Did they mean the tip of the knife? The little. I'm gonna use my scissors. So if this is the tip of the knife, right? When it went, was they talking about this tip that broke? Like the little sharp part. But I was thinking that this part broke. But like I said, they found that when they flipped the knife over, there was blood, which belonged to Daniel Hussein. So does that mean this part was broken? You know? I tried to look it up so many times I couldn't find it. I couldn't for the life of me. No, no. Adam Stone was the boyfriend of one of the sisters who had passed away, and she was 27 years old at the time, and he was 37. Now, she was a photographer, while Adam Stone, her boyfriend, was a video editor. And that's cute because they create movies and videos together. Like, She would take pictures and record the videos while he was editing the videos. Like, I was just like, that is so cute. I wish my man knew how to edit because I hate editing videos. I'll cut this part out. After the mother of the slain girls, whose name is Mina Smallman, reached out to Adam Stone, the boyfriend, and they communicated and they couldn't locate the sisters. Now, the boyfriend knew something was off. So, what did he do? Text the sister, and no one responded. And 36 hours later, Adam Stone felt like he needed to go out there and find the girls for himself. So he backtracked it back to where this all began, the party or the get together. The mother, before I get to that part, I want to explain the mother's part because this is the part that tipped me off. When I say tiff, it means like I'm mad or like, a little, ooh. So, Mina Smallman reported her daughters missing to the police officers of the Old Bailey, and nothing was done, nothing was said. They were just like, oh, the girls are missing because so and so they ran away. Like the same old storyline. Oh, we gotta wait 24 hours to 48 hours to look for the girls. But the mom said, well, if it was a little white girl with blue eyes and blonde hair, y'all would have been out there like this. She felt like there was a race thing going on. And when I tell you, wait for it, I'm gonna explain more at the end because this has to do with the officers that were working for them. And you guys are gonna be legit mad because I was pissed. I was tiff, pissed, taking a. Whew, let me calm down. I felt like I was raising my voice because this story got me upset, you guys. I am so mad with this story. The one before I talked about with Moses, I was scared, traumatized, but this one was pissing me the heck off. I was legit mad. You know what? We'll talk about it in a little bit. So we're gonna go back to the mom, Mina Smallman, who was the mother of the slain girls, reported this crime and told the officers, "My daughters are missing." Okay, we already said that, right? What had happened was they didn't do nothing for 48 hours. Adam Stone, the boyfriend of Nicole, the younger sister, went to Friend Country Park to look for the girls with Esme, who was friends with Bibbaa for since they were 16 years old, and she's also a nurse, right? And then Adam Stone's parents, who was David and Jill, they went to do a search. Guess what? They found them. And let me tell you how. On June 7th, Adam Stone and his family and friends, of the girls as well, did a search. Adam, the boyfriend of Nicole Smallman, and Esme, who was the best friend of Bibbaa since they were 16 years old, they went to go look for the girls, and each of them found glasses. Esme found the glasses and called the officers, and then the officer said, "Bring it in." Adam found the second pair of glasses, but he didn't want to bring it in. He said he left it there because he didn't want to be messing with contamination with the evidence. He looked across, he went up top of the hill where the girls had all the cushions, the decoration. The reason why they had this party outside of the hill was because COVID was prohibited. You remember when we were having a lockdown and we couldn't be in the house with each other or in all the shenanigans, the government made all this lie, you know what I mean? But the girls was like, hey, since we can't be here, we need to be in the open air, right? Which makes no sense because why would you want to be in open air when you shouldn't even be in the air in the first place because of COVID? During lockdown, it was confusing for me, and I'm not blaming the girls. I'm just saying, like, yeah. Adam Stone went to the top of the hill and he was looking around and he saw shoes in the bushes. He walked over there, dropped to his knees, and screamed and said, "They're gone. I found them." He also grabbed the phone afterwards and called the mom, Mina, and said, "They're gone, Mina. I found the knife and they're gone." And I quote. Jill, Adam's mom, said, "I can't believe what she saw. She's never seen her son like this. He became pale, shocked, and frightened. He knelt down and just looked at the bodies while this was happening." Can you just imagine when you see your loved ones or girlfriend at that and you're just like, and you couldn't even um
I'm getting emotional. You can even see, you can even like reach out to the body because it might be contamination. You know what I mean? Like, because they might find your fingerprints or any evidence of you being there, or that you were trying to mess with the crime scene, you know? So they called the officers and the officers came. Okay, so I forgot to mention this part. Mina, the mother, even said that when they after even said the dogs, those dogs that go search hunting, whatever, the dogs couldn't even find them. The dogs couldn't even find them. And I was just like, well, who trained the dogs? So if you train these dogs to go look for a location of missings or dead bodies and all that stuff, and I don't want to be insensitive here, but that's the only thing I can think of right now. Those dogs were not doing their job because how are you not gonna locate people? So she blamed the dogs for that, and then blamed the officers for being racist or whatever. Even though the officer said that was not the case, but it just seems like it. Because where were you guys when this was happening? 48 hours later, y'all want to help, right? So this is the part that I wanted to tell you guys so bad. Y'all have to listen to this. Two officers, Dennis Jeff and Jamie Lewis. These two boneheads was asked to guard the bodies. Keep in mind, the body was already there for 36 hours. So therefore, they're there for another 48 hours, right? The head of the police asked these two to guard the body. And you know what they did? You know what they did? I'm One of them was not supposed to leave his post, meaning the spot, because he has to guard it. He went to the girls' bodies, took a pictures. Matter of fact, it was said it was the jury said it was 4 pictures that they took, right? Dennis took the photos and sent it to a WhatsApp group. WhatsApp is like, those group chats, but like instead of iPhone, it's like in another app. And I quote, he called them dead birds, okay? Now, Dennis sent these 4 photos to a group chat called the A Team, which included 41 officers of his department. The second group was called COVID. Mm, can I even say that? For the COVID, this group was Dennis' friends. Like it was a group of his friends. Now, he sent a picture to Jamie, who was one of the officers that was also convicted for disciplinary turbulence. I'm just like, that's all. That's what they got. Dennis resigned while Jamie was slapped with a disciplinary tribunal, tribunal. He was smacked with a disciplinary tribunal, and I'm just like, that's all they got, you know. After Dennis sent him a picture, Jamie edited himself into the pictures like a selfie kind of style, like and he sent it to his group friends and said, and I quote, "Unfortunately, I'm sat next to two dead birds." Oh, when I tell you the Old Bailey found out, they were so mad because it made them look bad. And also, it created a riot. Everybody was against them because these two boneheads was talking smack about the girls. Because of this, Daniel Hussein's defense team tried to use this and said that the officers contaminated the crime scene. So they were trying to use it to basically, for example, to distract the real situation that was going on, right? And I was just like, no, they took pictures 12 feet away. And how would that be able to contaminate the crime scene? But you know how they try to always try to win a case. Daniel Hussein was convicted 35 years plus. Now, the judge said that she could not give him a full sentence because he barely turned 18. When I read that, I said, what? He just turned 18? 3 weeks. He turned 18. 3 weeks later, he killed the sisters. I was going to say twins. The first thing you wanted to do was kill somebody? Dude, okay. Because Daniel Hussein, that he barely turned 18, the judge said, no, we're not going to give you a full sentence. You're going to get 35 years. And the reason why you're only getting 35 years because you just barely turned 18. And the fact that you just turned 18, we can't give it to you either because you have autism. So he has autism. Okay. This is giving me Gypsy's story with what's his name? Um Nicholas Godejohn. Nicholas Godejohn, in my thoughts, was he was manipulated. Gypsy saw an opportunity and said, "Okay, so I'm gonna give him some, cookie, and he's gonna be stuck with me forever." And I think that's what happened. She gave it to him because remember they did do the nasty inside the theater, or some said it was Disneyland, and I think he was like, "Oh, his first time," so he was stuck. It sprung. Come on, you know how guys, some guys are when they get their first cookie, they get all sprung and crazy, like the last story I told. But that's not the point right now. So it's giving me that Daniel Hussein has autism. And I said, autism? Since when? He was comprehending everything. He was able to do everything. And if you look at his videos, if he was comprehending everything, but hey, I don't know. But the judge said that because of this him having autism, she's not able to give him the full sentence because he might, not handle it in prison. And you know how people are in prison. Some of them are kind of evil. Good luck. Daniel went to a school called Thomas Tilley's School. Oh, try to say that fast. The school caught him doing research of they found out that he was an extremist, and they told the parents, and the parents like, no, that's not my son. Well, the school referred him to a counter extremist school where they can, like basically not make him crazy or extremist. Yeah, I can't explain that either. I'm shocked for that. Come to find out, he's been like this since he was 15 years old. At 15 years of age, when he was going to this Thomas Tilley school, they referred him to the counter extremist program because he was searching extreme stuff. And I'm not allowed to say it, but look at my eyes. I'm letting you know that it's crazy. Well, it didn't change him because within a year, 2018, after he left, he was still an extremist. So nothing has changed. And the fact that he was 15 years old when he went there in 2017, and then a year later when he turned 16 or 17, yeah, some people just don't change. On June 3rd, 2020, they found DNA on the knives, right? After that happened, because remember how I said Nicole made him cut his finger somehow or hand somehow? They found his blood, they raided his home, and what they found was a contract as soon as they got there. Within the contract, it states that he will kill 6 women for 6 months as long as he's out of prison and do not get in trouble. So he already got two. He was looking for four more. I'm glad he didn't continue. I'm glad he got caught because four more ladies could have been sacrificed. And I don't know if the pack was gonna be real or not, but you would think. And on the note, it said for him to win the lottery and among other things. Now this is the part that tripped me the hell out. If you flip the page over, it says that he wanted a girl named Queen Blythe to fall madly, deeply, romantically in love with him. And that she cannot think about anyone else but him. And any woman he sees, for them to fall in love with him too. And I'm just like, oh my God, this fool was wishing for too much. Some people want, fame, but this fool wanted a fun time, a fun time. Some people want money, some people want success, some people want love, but he wanted the whole shenanigans. He sacrificed these two sisters to sign a contract with the devil, let alone a demon, just for him to win the lottery. I am not mad at that, but do it the right way. You know? Why would you have to sacrifice people just to get money? Oh, my elbow just popped. And for the two officers that took the pictures of the girls when they were there, passed away, that supposedly they were dead birds to them, you guys should be ashamed of yourself. As a human being, why would you do that? That could have been your sister. That could have been somebody you knew. But the fact that
it was a black or different race compared to the officers, people did a riot. Mm-hmm. And it was like, enough is enough, and this and that. And I'm like, well, yeah, y'all deserved it, because why would y'all do that? Two dead bodies at that, you know? What do you guys think about that? Do you think that they should have just not said anything at all? Like, took the pictures, or they should have just stand there and just, guard the body, like their job required? Yeah, that stories just F me up. Don't call the cops. Would you guys ever make a pact with darkness? I wouldn't personally. I hear stories of sacrifice and other things where that's not my cup of tea, you can say. But would you guys do it? Let me know. Drop down a comment. I would really want to know your thoughts on this. And that, my witches, is the witchy true crimes of Daniel Hussein, who sacrificed two sisters, Biba Henry and Nicole Smallman, to win the lottery and to win the affection of a girl. But yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next week on Witchy Wednesdays. Blessed be my witches and Wiccan. And have a good day, good night, good morning, good evening. And if you're by yourself, don't call the cops the way this witchy true crimes is set up. Blessed be my witches. Bye.